Welcome, Alice, back to the Mad Tea Party. We have some familiar faces again. We were just talking about how it's been like 3 years since the last time y'all been on. So thanks for being here.
Yeah, of course.
To my left, I have Joel Murray, and over on his left, we have Taylor Santangelo
Thanks for having us.
of yeah, absolutely, of Morbid Orchid infamy. And y'all have a new album coming out that you have been working really, really hard on, and I know it means a lot to you guys, and I cannot wait to hear the final product. I'm so excited about it.
Yes, man.
I'm really, since the last time we were on the pod, we've become, like you and I have become personal friends. So I am really excited for you to hear it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I've heard some sneak peeks, and yeah, because I'm special, I get to hear things.
Certain privileges.
Yeah. And yeah, dude, I am so ecstatic to hear it. You'll be able to hear some of those songs later this week. That'd be I and Can't Be Me.
It's come out on Thursday.
Hell yeah. That when this goes up, that will already be out. So go stream those. Go stream those songs. But yeah, I know y'all have worked really hard on it, and it's something that means a lot to you. And yeah, it's really cool. You made some very vulnerable videos online, which is not something you really do. You're not a social media guy. And the way you used social media recently, I thought was really touching because it's not the way other people use social media at all.
Yeah, hopefully that's okay to do. I don't know. I'm just personally really tired of like the grind of social media being the way that you have to do things now. And my goal was like, whenever I put the selfie camera on and try and say something on Instagram, the intrusive thoughts of like, do I look cool? Am I saying the right things? Am I coming across, I don't know, in a way that would entice people? And I'm just like exhausted with all of that. And
Self-promotion is exhausting. I do feel like out of everyone in the band, though, you are like the best person at like remaining yourself with the selfie camera on.
oh, thanks.
I have trouble with that. I feel like whenever I do that, I feel like I'm performing a little bit. But I feel like you still feel like you.
I, that makes me happy to hear because I don't feel like me, but maybe this is something for later. But I often, whenever I watch anything I've done back, if it's close to when it was recorded, I don't review it well, and that goes from everything from like laying down a guitar track to a reel or a TikTok or anything. So
Just like the freshness of it.
yeah, even like down to this is embarrassing, but like I will be like, I don't look good in this video, but if I watch it like 2 weeks later, I'm like, oh, I like how I look. I don't know what I was on. So um not to just reply with a compliment because you gave me one, but something I really like about you, Joel, is I assume you're just not concerned with like coming across as cool or whatever. You just are Joel, and I think that's like the coolest. Is it natural for you, or so? Maybe we're figuring out that no one
I mean,
has it easy.
I agree with what both of y'all said. Is like Taylor is such an authentic person, and I think there's a lot of that's a huge like appeal of your character. It's one of my favorite things about you, and I really admire it deeply. Is your ability to be yourself, and go on the internet and tell people like, hey, this isn't easy. Like I have a hard time sometimes. I don't know if you're like if that just comes naturally to you or if you're aware how difficult that is for people. And like in my experience with you, like what Taylor said is true of you too, is like you don't seem bothered by people's opinions too much. And that's really admirable qualities. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Do
Not-
you? So you're doing this like weekly. Has it gotten easier to just be Alex?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Like I think I'm a lot better at this than when I started. Like I fucking hope so, right? We've been doing this like 5
I
years.
say, how long has it been?
It's been like 5.5 years. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, every week. And we do multiple programs now too. Like we have the book club, we started the cinema club, we have behind the curtain. So we're doing a lot. And I would say I like to think I get better at it every time, right? I really try to, and that's something like really resonates with me about you is like I try really hard not to do an interview. Like I just want to capture authentic conversation, you know? Yeah. Did that answer your question?
Totally,
Okay.
totally, and I would agree. I'm a listener of your pod. I don't catch everyone, unfortunately, but I kind of pop in every few months, and I would definitely say you're kind of. I would have led with that, but I just wanted your take on if
Yeah.
you've gotten better or not. But
I would certainly hope so.
yeah,
Right? Yeah. I think I still I hate watching clips of this. You know, like I don't like I don't like the way I look a lot of the time. I don't like the way I sound. I don't like the things I say in retrospect. Uh, but I do think it's getting better. I think I have a long way to go, is what I'm saying. Definitely not perfect at it, but compared to when we started, I would say it's gotten better. Yeah.
Do you have goals for the podcast? Like,
Um, dude, not really. Yeah, not really. I something I hear a lot is like, oh well, you should do this or you should do that, and it's like that is how you would monetize this, right? But that's not really one of my goals. I do this because it like gives me a lot of. I really enjoy this. Like I really appreciate the conversations I get to have, and that's what it is for me. That being said, you know that's why I don't produce this. Like you know, all the equipment that we do have, it's been recommendations. You know, I don't edit this, and that's people who are more savvy with doing this kind of stuff. So I'm very open to advice and letting other people take charge of things. Um, I mean, like it would be cool if you know more people watched it or if we had sponsors or something. But to me, that's more like a side effect. That's like a happy side effect. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna butcher the quote, but it's something along the lines of I like the way I do it more than the way you don't. And I think obviously a good idea is worth like considering, but I don't know. I kind of find that annoying when is it called an armchair expert when they chime in?
Yeah.
When they're like not the host and they're telling you like get a different camera or whatever it is, you know?
Yeah, it also tells me a lot about like the person talking to me. If they're like, well, this is what you need to do if you want to get numbers. And it's like, well, you don't understand me very well. And it also tells me about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right? It tells me about because I mean, like most of the people I know are artists, and um, like I genuinely, I mean, I know you really well at this point, and I know that that's you don't have any delusions about like becoming a rock star or
Yeah.
something. You're a true artist, and you have to make because of I mean out of survival. It's a necessity, right? And that's yeah. I really respect that, and I'm on the same page with you. As I do this because I have to. I do this because it keeps me sane. You know.
I think having like the resume of 5.5 years.
Yeah.
Like that's clearly something like if you a calling. Like you can't fake something for 5.5 years, you know? You can fake something for a year maybe, but I don't know about the whole I was just having this conversation with my girlfriend about at least an American point of view. We always plan things for infinite scalability, and I hate it because why does everything need to get bigger? Obviously, like success is cool, but what metrics are you gauging success by? I, unfortunately, do like attention, even though it can also, it's a double-edged sword. But it frustrates me when I think about it because where does the want for a total stranger to think I'm good at what I do come from? Whereas, like, again, I really value this guy as an awesome collaborator. I think he's got a great mind. And I'm like, why, unfortunately, when has like that shine wore off, when Joel says that's a cool guitar part, why does that matter to me in a fleeting sense anyway, less than like when some stranger online does? If I think about it long enough, it doesn't matter less, but unexamined,
It
I
doesn't
feel
give you
like
the same dopamine.
yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely have like self-diagnosed why I feel like I need to perform and be like the center of attention and stuff. I think it's because when I was a kid, I grew up like my house was like 8 miles in the like away from our very small town,
Mhm.
and I was like my birthday fell in a spot where I got my license like later than all my friends, so I was just kind of like trapped at my house a bunch. Um, and I feel like that's part of why I made stupid songs and played pretend all the time, just out of boredom and being by myself. I feel like I was like, I have this light in me, and no one can see it because I'm in the wilderness.
Yeah.
And now I must shine it upon Nashville and wherever else I've been. Yeah, 30 odd years. Yeah, I feel like you might have something similar. Like you kind of grew up in the boonies a bit too.
Yeah, kind of like
You're the youngest in your family.
maybe I was gonna say maybe like where I fell in the order of children,
Yeah. You're like, notice me.
always getting talked over by like everyone in the house. I don't know. I maybe haven't examined it as much in myself, which is weird because
Yeah.
I think about myself all the gosh darn time, so I don't know. Do you either of you listen to Mac DeMarco?
I know who he is. I don't really listen to him. Not for any reason. I just don't.
I really like him, but that's not the point. Like in 2014 to probably like 2017, I might have the years wrong. He had a moment, and he was kind of like the biggest name in indie rock, and now he's just like chilling back and doing his thing. And like all the comments on his latest stuff, it's just like where'd you go, man? You fell off. And I'm like, that's a guy uh who's not getting the wrong idea about how to do this. Like he's not burning himself out. He's doing it the way that like stokes his inner flame, and not trying to like keep being the biggest name in his genre, you know?
Yeah. In terms of success in entertainment, someone asked me the other day, like, how do I get uh, more people to pay attention to my music? And I'm like, first of all, why are you asking me? Because not only am I not a musician, but also like what I do doesn't get like a ton of traction, right? So why are you asking me this?
The obvious guru.
Yeah. And but also I'm like, okay, the answer is money. You need to put money into this. You either need to pay to get put on playlists, or you need to dump money into like music videos and production and then get yourself put on playlists. And it's like, I know that breaks a lot of people's hearts, but do you want the truth, or like success is artificial? What you see online is not. Unfortunately, like a lot of that is inflated. It's not genuine, you know. And I talk to a lot of artists, and I know it's like a heartbreaking thing to say, but that shouldn't be the reason you're doing this. If you want to make money, go do literally anything else. Like this is not a good way to make money, right? Like two artists make money, and that's it.
Those people just piss me off because like I do have my checklist of like big hopes, you know. It would be cool if like I could live off my art. That's obviously an awesome dream. But on my list of 10 important things, number one, the thing I want most to be accomplished is done, which is like, suck or not, I made an album that I love. And like, people, we live in Nashville, and people just moan about how vicious the music industry is. And I'm like, shut up. You're putting yourself in it. I am my own like worst enemy in this. I don't pay attention to people like I'm asking for people to pay attention to me. I Most art I think sucks. And I'm just like, why are you trying to game an art form? Like, just do the art and let whatever happens happen. I don't know.
Yeah, we've been talking about this a little bit because the album is finally done, and we should probably talk about this a little bit. But
yeah, we should talk about your album at some point.
It took 3 years to make, and there were moments where it was like pulling teeth. But like Taylor said, yeah, like we're so happy with how it turned out. Like I could not imagine a way it could sound better. So it's like having that box checked. It's a weird balancing act to now feel like, okay, we have this perfect egg, and we don't want to like fumble it in the release, because like what if we just drop it all on Spotify all at once, and then no one listens to it, and then it's over. Like we still have this beautiful thing that we created, but like I don't know, it's just so hard to like not obsess about, are we putting it out into the world in the right way so that like other people care.
No.
And I bounce back and forth between caring like you couldn't believe and then not caring at all. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right. There are some days where I'm like, okay, let's do like 9 singles and like promote the hell out of everyone. And there's some days I'm just like, let's just drop the whole thing and stop worrying about
I
it.
want to drop the whole thing so bad.
It's so tempting.
I mean, I think like for respect of like the album as a form of artwork, right? Like an album is a specific thing, right? And I do understand the appeal. of just dropping the whole thing for like the sacredness of what it is. But also like the opposite's true, where it's like if you want the most attention to it, it's what you're saying. It's drop it single by single and then release the album. Personally, I think that's what y'all should do. I think y'all should, but like again, what the fuck do I know, right? And I also understand the pushback against that. I totally get it.
I think one way that we're, at least that I'm dealing with it, is like not putting too much pressure on myself to like finish all of the promotional assets all at once. So like the first song that just came out when it's released, we made a lyric video for. I edited it, but it's just like, and it was fun to do. I just found like a bunch of creepy, weird footage on archive.org, put our lyrics over it, put some footage of us playing over it in a weird way. But like my inclination when that was done was like, okay, I have to make like 4 more, and then just like taking a breath and being like, no, like wait, give yourself a little bit of time for like those creative juices to kind of refresh themselves, so I can like be excited about the next single and however we put that out.
Yeah, I feel like I'm giving mixed signals right now as to what I think the correct way is. This is the internal struggle. So if it's confusing, that's what I'm going through. I'm resorting to not dropping it all at once. Like I'm not gonna drop the album at once because I don't know, that social media video that you talked about where I guess I was candid.
Yeah, that was like a crazy thing to do. That was like, I watched that and I was like, dude, no one fucking does this.
Yeah, maybe we should summarize what your thoughts were.
Yeah,
Who hasn't heard it?
yeah.
So in the video, I was just, what are we getting at here? Like, what about it is?
Dude, it was just like, not scripted, totally off the cuff.
Mhm.
Long. It was like a long video.
Yeah.
Like that platform's built for like short-term content.
Yeah.
It was long, unscripted, and it was just so you, right? Like,
Yeah.
so I found it super endearing, and like, I fucking love that about you, man. You're such a real person. But that is absolutely not how anyone else uses that platform.
So I think I'm learning. Oftentimes, I do things that I don't realize are odd, and then people are like, "That's strange."
I love that.
So this
is news to you?
kind of, yeah.
That's funny.
I don't know.
That makes it even better.
Basically, I was just bitching about
Yeah.
having to do all this stuff to just.
Everyone else is like, hey guys, upbeat. And it's like, this is like kind of like a very like sober, like shit's hard. It's hard to make art. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't even have sympathy for, like, if I sounded sorry for myself, that is not what I intended. I was just like,
I didn't think that. You're just being real.
people on social media, this is just the bitch about social media podcast, but like they ask everything of you and offer no value, and I'm just so tired of it. I have no good reason why you should check out the song. It doesn't matter to you, whoever you are, that I lost my fucking mind over making an album, and it shouldn't matter to you. Like, I might suck. There's no reason any of this should give value to like and go like, I should check out that guy's thing.
It's just like a publicist's dream.
Yeah.
this
I don't know. I don't like most of our followers. Is this true? Are most of our followers other bands? But
Probably. Yeah, because the thing about live music is that almost all booking gets done through Instagram. And in order to message someone like privately on Instagram, you have to follow them. So what bands will do is they'll look at everyone who's played a venue in the past like 3 months and look for bands that sound like them. And once they find those bands, they'll follow you and it's a new DM and be like, will you hop on this bill so that your fans will come to see a touring gig that folks in town probably don't know about?
That's insightful. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm very happy to, like, when we did our tour, Joel was the mastermind of threading that together.
I've got to give thanks to Max Stern from Felix Tandem, who really opened my eyes to that whole process. So I really was just following his guidance there. Great band.
Yeah, for sure.
Felix Tandem rules, yeah. I don't know if there was a question. I don't know if I answered it.
Can I switch gears a little bit?
Please.
We can cut this out if you don't want to talk about this, but since you were on last time, you have had a baby.
Oh yeah.
So you've had you have another baby on the way with Idolize.
I was like, fuck, you're pregnant again?
In a way.
But I was just curious. I wanted to ask you, how does that change your like outlook on life?
Yeah, I mean, in some ways, it's like a giant relief to not like be worshiping my ego anymore. And
It's not about you. Yeah.
like, there's like a line to be walked there, right? Like, I still want things for me. Like, I still want to do the band, but there I need time to myself. Like, it's not like I'm not gonna martyr my entire being to this child. But just feeling like I'm not totally the main character in my story anymore. Like I can like see myself being a supporting role in his story is like cool. And I don't know. It's just like there is a pressure to that, but there's also a pressure lifted.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. I think that's a really cool answer. Is like you're not the central focus of your life. It's like, and I mean, I think also to be fair, if you have a kid and you don't have that change, like fuck you, right?
Agreed,
Like you kind of need to do that. But that's so cool, man. It's actually I like that you said it's actually kind of a relief because it's like you don't have to worry about your journey anymore. You have to worry about someone else's journey now. And that's so cool.
Being able to focus like that is nice.
Have you written anything since then?
Musically, yeah. I've written one or two songs about that.
Can you see a change in the way you write?
Yeah, I mean, I've lyrically what I write about is always kind of based on my life. So like, I don't know, in college it was a bunch of like heartbroken girl focused songs. And then after my mom died in 2021, like I have another project called Dog Ears. Almost all of those records are like the lyrics are all about my mom. So like had a big impact on me. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of natural for stuff recently to be kind of went and focused.
Yeah.
But one very dadly thing that I've been doing is every morning as I drive Q to daycare, which is like it's like a 15-minute drive. It's not far. I've been listening through Phil Collins' entire discography. So like all the way from like the Genesis stuff in the 70s, like through his solo material in the early aughties, just dad music.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to, I think he's amazing. I was talking with Loey. I don't think that there's like any other like A-list drummer lead singer. Can you think of any other band that has like songs on the radio that the
Mm.
lead singer is the drummer.
I would think some Eagles, right?
Not right, Don Henley, right? But like that lead singer changed for them,
True.
you know?
I don't know that they're on the radio, but the band,
We went home, right?
yeah.
Yeah. But that was the same thing, right? They kind of shared the lead singing duties. I'm not super
Sorry,
familiar with them.
I had thought it was just the drummer, but I'm probably wrong. But
But anyway, yeah. So I've been this. I finished his discography, and discovered a whole bunch of really awesome B-sides that I didn't know about. But I've been trying to like write some songs in the style of Phil Collins, and that kind of like big rock, but like his subject matter is still like a warm hug. So, like he has like 3 songs that are about like hearts. So like you'll be in my heart, find a way to my heart. He's he's got like a heart thing.
Okay.
So that's like lent itself to writing about one son. I feel like it's like
Nice.
getting
Joel?
that Collins vibe.
picks up on like, those aren't on the same album, right? Those are at different points in his career. So he picks up on little like recurring motifs like that. He had like a whole playlist that were just songs that included tigers, either in the title or like
This is
the
like
idea of a
this is
tiger.
like part of my obsession. So I have a whole folder of Spotify playlists that's called Words. That's just every song that I can think of that's about a word. So I have like a playlist called Future. That's just all songs with the word future in the title or the chorus. And yeah,
What's the most like crazy word on that in that folder?
let's see.
Oregano.
And it's probably got like 30 songs.
I
Yeah.
can read them down.
Oh yeah.
My-
Are these publicly available?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh hey, hell yeah, let's go.
Loey thinks that I'm a crazy person for,
He is.
I mean,
but
yeah.
we'll do that like if you have like a long drive sometime. I'll just be like, let's think of every song that has the word dance.
What a
And we'll just
fun way
add
to
it.
jump across, like, what a random playlist that will make.
Okay,
You know?
so here are all of my words playlists. There's a lot. So all night. So any songs with all night in it. The word small, baby, car songs, bells, the best, bugs. I made that thinking of you. Celebrity names, the word change, colors, the word daddy, curse words in the chorus, songs about dogs, the word down, dreams, drugs, future. My probably the craziest playlist in here is it's called The Gals, and it's every song that I could find or knew about that has like a woman's name in it, and it's I wonder if it says how many tracks. It's 12 hours of music,
Holy
so
shit.
it's a lot. Girls, which is different from The Gals. Girls is just like the word girls in the
Okay.
lyrics. Angel, here, Ghost, Up, Jurassic playlist, which is just like any dinosaur songs.
Is that your only conceptual one? Or, like,
No,
does it need to have the word daddy in it if it's a daddy list song?
no.
Okay,
So like,
this could be about
so like Big
fatherhood.
Papa is on there.
There you go.
So the word no, move, horse, songs about LA geography, lost. Another very long playlist is any song with the number in it. That's a 6-hour playlist. And I have them organized in ascending number. Telephone, places. So that's like cities, states, countries.
Okay.
We're in the P's. I also did find every song on Spotify that is called Quentin, my son's name.
Whoa.
That's 2 hours and 11 minutes, and I listened through them all and ranked them.
Did you say songs called Quentin? Whoa, that's a lot.
You know, Sun, like SUN, sweet tooth. So that's like any confectionery. So that's like I want candy or like ice cream, paint drop, like any
Hell yeah.
sweet things. That's the Tiger playlist. Time, turn around, want and need. So I have those alternating. So one song has want in it, the next song has need in it. Weekdays.
You get bonus points for like you can't always get what you want by Rolling Stones, where
It's
it
on
has
there.
both
Yeah.
want and need.
Yeah. There's also like what you want and what you need, which is a Joey Balance and Bray song. It's both of those. Woke, so that's like awake or anything where you're waking up. And then wolf, so anything about wolves. That's all of them. That's it.
Can I add one to your woke playlist?
Yeah.
Quiet as a Mouse by Margot and the Nuclear So and So. It's my favorite band. Of the album Dust of the Tree, which is my favorite album. By my favorite bands. I know I've shown you them before.
That's Jenna's Buying the Drugs band, right? Yeah. Very cool. Send me more because I truly only know that song, and if you
Dude.
like them so much, they're worth the listen.
What I love about them so much is that I've never heard a song I didn't like by them, and they have this huge discography.
Damn.
Yeah, they're super cool. But Louis, right? You are crazy. That's fucking insane.
Thank you for confirming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like my other folders in there are like I have every like album that I love organized by genre. So there's like an indie rock playlist. It's like all the indie albums and like a chill playlist. So like all the acoustic records that I love, like a rap album playlist. So I can just like hit shuffle and will be any song in that genre that I like. And then I have another folder that's just artist faves. So like when I was listening through the Phil Collins discography, any song that I liked, I would just put on a playlist. So I have like a 3-hour Phil Collins playlist that's like all the bangers.
Nice.
Hell yeah. When you set out to make one of these lists, is it like consuming? Because I imagine for like a week at a time, you were like working on it.
The gals was tough. And it was fun because my in-laws were visiting. So like all of us were kind of workshopping it the entire time they were here. But it depends. Like it can be like an intense obsession for a day. And then I'll be like, okay, I've gotten as far as I can get. You know,
Yeah,
whatever the word is.
beautiful.
Let it go. But then like I have all those kind of in the back of my mind. So as new songs come out or I hear new songs, I'm like, oh, that falls into the time playlist.
Beautiful.
That. Nice.
I have like one ongoing playlist. It's called Lo-Fi Picks and Strums. And it's just like, thank you. That one is like a forever playlist. And whenever I find a song to add to it, which is few and far between these days, I'm like, let's just go a little bigger.
That's cool. Yeah, I have one playlist that's like it's very esoteric. It's called Purple Haze. And it's like no, Purple Sage. It's purple something. But it's just like I can't even describe how a song is worthy. It has to have like a certain quality to it that's like makes me feel really good, like melodically, like has a certain production style too. And that's like a playlist that I'll like listen to like on an airplane like when I'm having anxiety.
That's your Lo-Fi Picks and Strums.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nice. So something I've been asking people recently, and you kind of answered with your Phil Collins answer, is what have you been listening to recently? Or what you got, Taylor? What's been on your playlist in the last like week or month?
The easy answer is the new AFI album. You're probably familiar with Miss Murder.
Yeah.
They're that band. But this new album, they went kind of gothy, but not in like a trend chasing way, like a
time travel back to the 80s way.
Yeah.
Like when you sent me that record to listen to, like if you had been like, this is a band that my dad liked from the 80s, I would have like thought that was true. It's crazy. It's a vibe.
I really dig it. There's not anything like catchy on it. It's just like in a weird way, they kind of like Sergeant Pepper's it, where they just decided to be this band and
Yeah.
did it. I have another answer, but I just it's like new as of like a day ago. So give me 2 seconds.
I have one while you're looking it up.
Please.
I've been obsessed with this band from LA called Kills Birds. And they just put out an EP this year called The Crave. It's like 5 songs, and it's like just the perfect amount of heavy indie rock, but has like some like really crunchy guitar moments. It's female fronted. She like screams sometimes, but it's like the songs are so melodic and perfect. And there's like one song that has like a weird like synth pad part. It's really, it's like 5 perfect songs.
Oh yeah.
And I just learned that the lead singer, she made that Phoebe Bridgers Kyoto music video that came out in the pandemic, where she's like flying through the clouds on a green screen.
Mm.
So she's like a filmmaker too, in addition to being a front person.
Nice.
But yeah, could not more highly recommend that EP. It really.
It's dope.
Oh yeah.
The one I was at the gym and a song came on. The band is Shame and the album is Cutthroat. And specifically the song Quiet Life, I really like. It's to describe it, like if you know Fontaines DC, I feel like they should tour with Fontaines DC, which is another band I'm into. Very
Like more like old Fontaine CC or the new poppy Fontaine CC.
like 2 albums ago. Yeah, very British and like
Yeah, I love Doggerel. I think that album
Yeah.
is perfect. But they've kind of lost me a little bit in the
I
pop
didn't
trend.
I didn't love their newest one, but I didn't hate it either.
Yeah, I respect a band
Yeah.
growing and changing, but it's just like wasn't what I wanted. Fontaine CC record.
We World Brain thought we have a great tragedy between us. He just mentioned Phoebe Bridgers. Still your favorite?
No, she's been kind of out of the game for a while. I still love her.
For a time, anyways, that was like Joel's dude. And my dude, even though it's a band, is Mazzy Star,
Yeah. Hope Sandoval.
Hope Sandoval,
Yeah.
and like we just do not,
I know.
we don't get each other's like,
Oh, you don't fuck with Mazzy Star?
and I don't
I've-
fuck with Phoebe.
I've tried to
Like-
listen to that record 2 or 3 times, and it just doesn't grab me. I don't know.
That's. I mean, that's actually like kind of cool that y'all made music together, right? It's like different voices are coming into this. Which I want to get back into the record, but was that the end of that thought?
Yeah. Yep.
So, like, we're being like raw and personal. Like, I want to continue on that path because I think it's really cool that you're not only able but like willing to do that. You've been working on this record for like 3 years, right? Why is it taking so long? But yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to answer, Joel?
I know a little bit about this, but like as comfortable as you are talking about it, like
He's sitting right over there.
yeah,
I mean, it wasn't entirely your fault. I mean, you moved twice.
4 times, my guy. I am a mess of a human being, and
You've also had some extremely bad luck. No, man.
yeah. I mean, this is I want to be clear too. It's like I'm not saying like what the fuck, dude. Why isn't it taking so long? But you know, if you're watching this and you're a fan of the band, you know, people maybe want to hear what's going on. You know.
so before bad decisions or bad luck, like I have perfectionist tendencies, and it's kind of weird to talk about this because I've heard myself talk about this, and I just don't like how that guy sounds. It sounds like Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins.
You we can cut this out if you don't want to.
It's, I mean, in the like, whatever. Every band needs a crazy fuck. There's something else, I think. So, um, so to begin with, I like to move slow and I like to be sure of my decisions. And if I have an idea, I'm going to chase it either until I get it or until something else better is presented. Feel free to like uh you are a very trustworthy source of like what's right and wrong, and I might get my own idea of myself off. So whatever Joel says, frankly, is more trustworthy.
Aw,
But
that's sweet.
past just being really particular, I've just had a very unstable few years, whether it be from like family issues, relationship issues. What other issues are there? I don't know. Probably just that, huh? Um, but like in 2023, I moved like 4 times.
I remember there were big chunks of the record that you recorded in our guest bedroom with like the amp in the closet because you weren't in a living situation where you could play
Yeah.
like loud guitar.
That's so real. Like that's just like I feel like a lot of people go through these things, but people are scared to be vulnerable. You know? That's what I was talking about. Like your social media post is like it's so funny to me that like this is news to you that was a weird thing to do. Like that's crazy to me because like you don't even realize how brave you are. That's insane. That's insane.
Thanks.
Yeah, but like yeah, a lot of like dude, people fucking struggle, man. Like people are fucking out here. And it's like it's okay to say that. It's okay. Like I think, you know, if the two people watching this right now, like they might like be like, fuck yeah, like I've gone through shit like that too, and that's like that's relatable, you know. But yeah, sorry.
I am probably like needing to unpack stuff because right now I'm struggling to grab at like one thing as like there's just so much shit that happened. Like I don't even know what to
Yeah.
like.
Lots of life stuff. You're also a perfectionist, and yeah.
Yeah, I feel like recording for you is like a perfect storm of like, yeah, it just is so uncomfortable for you that there's like, because you care so deeply and you want it to be right, it can just like hamstring the process because it's just like, even just like sitting down to do it can be painful. You know?
I do not understand people who like recording. I view it as like making the music is so interpretive and artsy fartsy and like hard, but in a way that you like get addicted to, and then you get to recording. And if you spent like days finding like even something like a guitar tone, a live guitar tone, if you're recording it the old school way that I do, like what
which is a mic computer now.
yeah, like what it sounds like in the room might not be what ends up in the computer, and you're like, why?
You can like burn an hour getting your tone perfectly dialed into your ear.
Yeah.
Where what you should be doing is hearing what it sounds like through the DAW, you know. So yeah, so frustrating.
There are great songs out there that you don't know are great because they got recorded wrong. And like, I'm not writing music for fun. It's often not fun. It is like ripping it from my soul. And it like truly is like I'm taking my life force, ripping it out, and putting it in a song. And if I fuck up any part of that, it's such a waste. Like it's such a, I don't know.
It's like a lot of pressure to put on
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, I can only imagine, man. It's like you're saying, it's an offering. You are giving of yourself, and you want it to be right. And I can only imagine that's got to be really tough.
Yeah, I also, just to be candid, like I make it very tough on my collaborators too. Like, um,
And you've told me you can be like difficult to work with.
yeah, I,
Only because you take it so seriously. But also like I can see how like being a perfectionist is like, yeah, that's cool, dude, but like we have to do this.
and I say we don't have to do it. Like, that's the, this is such a silly quote for how serious it just got. But like, in the words of Andre 3000, you're only as funky as your last cut. And like, if my next cut isn't as funky, why the fuck are we doing it? Like, I'm not, I'm not saying it's good or bad. It just needs to be the best it can be.
Sure.
And
You ever think about how like it's never gonna be how it sounds in your head?
well,
Like that's an unattainable thing. Like you can get like maybe closer to that, but
so I I am not a great guitarist at all. Like I know that sounds like I'm shitting on myself. I'm not. Like I'm if I could be good at anything, I would want to be a good songwriter. But like this, I think up things that don't come out of this, and oftentimes what is heard is like me chasing what's in here, getting lost in the chase because I can't just. There are guitarists that are so good they can think a thing, play it the first time. No, that's not me. I can think a thing and chase it, and sometimes messing up and getting lost in the chase leads me on to something new and different. Um, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about it, but like I don't have an answer for like even what I'm after or what is right. I just know when it's wrong.
mm,
And that's not any objective thing. It's not even necessarily like another. This is actually a great thing about working with Joel is Joel is not of the mind that like there's a best way to do something. And I am of the mind like we can find the best way to do something. And I have no idea where his patience comes from, but like he will. I don't know how to make it clear. Like, I'm not just shooting for what's best in Taylor's head. We have to agree that it sounds like something we're happy with. But like with that, there's a best way we can agree, is my opinion. And there's many ways we could agree, is your opinion.
Yeah, I feel like when we write a song together, there's like a platonic ideal of the song that you're aspiring to, and there's just one version of that, right? It's like the Tayloronic ideal of the song, where yeah, I'm more of a mindset like we could arrange this 5 different ways and it could be cool. But I think that that's part of why I have fun in this creative partnership, is that like trying to reach that platonic ideal is like a fun challenge, and like I love your face.
Thanks.
You know what I mean?
Where I hope I'm less of a monster than someone like Billy Corgan is like, I can't see what the best is. It's a feeling. Like, there's a song called 27 that is not a complex song on this new album that we came up with like 6 different choruses for, and the ones that I liked, Joel didn't like, and the ones that Joel liked, I didn't like. And then one winter day in your book room, we fucking found it, and like it felt right to both of us. And I'm so glad, because I'm a crazy person and I have recordings of the other ones. I'm like, those suck. This one rules. And I know that's not how, I'm sorry to say suck, that's not nice, but like the ones that I preferred aren't as good as the one that we both, I will not say settled on, the one that we discovered. Like, I don't know. I just hope it doesn't seem like it's my way or the highway. That's not how I want to be thought of.
That's interesting to me because like in my experience, like talking to bands, it seems like it works the best when it is like there is a like final say, like someone in control. Like it doesn't have to be. It is kind of like a not tyrannical, but it's there's like a chain of command. So like the democratic, like we're agreeing upon this is like that's fucking tough, right? Like I don't see. I know bands that have fallen apart because of that. So that's like, but you know, hearing y'all talk about it and like hearing the final mixes of some of the stuff y'all have done, it's like you're. This is me saying this is not, you know, take this how you will, but it's like 2 geniuses like coming to some kind of like resolution. It makes a lot like hearing what you're saying makes sense in what I'm hearing, you know? Like I'm not like I'm not an audio guy. I couldn't tell you what I like about things, but there is something really there's something really raw about what I'm hearing. It's like this is a product of not your soul, but multiple people's souls, right? It's like it means something. It's art. It's not a product, you know. I don't know where I'm going with that, but I think that's cool that like y'all are able to make that work because a lot of people can't make that work.
I would say there are times where I will say like, this is the hill I'll die on, or Joel will say, I'm not budging on this. That doesn't actually mean that, but we do not overuse that. That means like, hold up. I really got to consider what Joel's saying, or Joel really has to consider what I'm saying. And I think I guess I just don't know how to, I don't know what the correct answer is for like how we get to where we're going or who decides. But it's just very intentional, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. What is idolized? What is that? Where's that name come from?
So a lot of the lyrics, without planning, referenced eyes. And it just was like a recurring theme. and it's sort of like it's another thing that kind of made itself aware, as opposed to like I didn't set out and say like I want to name the album. Let's figure out a cool name. This was like a term that crossed my mind, and I was like, wait a minute. It's so it can mean so many things. It can mean your eyes are closed. It can mean you're seeing a bad thing and choosing to look the other way. It can mean like you're putting something on a pedestal and making it something more than it is.
That's like the idolized part, but yeah.
Yeah. And the more I don't want to say the more we thought about it. I don't know what your version of this is, but at least the more I thought about it, I'm like, this feels right. What's your version?
Yeah. I feel like the two homonyms kind of contain multitudes, and yeah, just it sounds like the album feels. Partially because all the songs, most of the songs have something to do with I. But yeah, I don't know. The album is pretty eclectic as well. So the album also kind of contains multitudes, I think. And yeah, it has those feelings. The kind of there's some lazy idle moments. There's some um, really aspirational moments, like idolized moments, and you know,
Yeah.
I like playing with duality too. I mean, the name of the band is Morbid Orchid, so we kind of have that push pull, ugly pretty kind of thing.
Yeah.
In our branding, I guess.
This is your second full-length release, right? Do you guys have a favorite track off the record?
Yeah, I think for both of us, it's Bluebird. What's the Bluebird for you?
I don't know what my answer is.
Good answer.
So Bluebird is a song that is just Joel's lyrics, and it's about his mother.
Is it this one?
I have a few in there, but usually another one of these moments where I'm gonna fact check me. Usually I'm the big end of the funnel and Joel is the small end of the funnel. But
I don't
on
know why that's so funny to me.
As we're passing our poop back and forth.
Yeah,
from-
exactly.
From butt to butt. That's
But on this song lyrically it's the other way around.
yeah.
Where
Usually Taylor will bring me a song that's like 60 to 80% done. They'll be like, "Come finish this."
mhm.
And sometimes we tear the whole thing down and rebuild it. But yeah, this
Yeah.
was sort of the other way.
And
This one, you brought me the crazy guitar part. That's like one of the coolest guitar parts on any Morbid Orchid song.
Thank
And it was like, yeah, what do I do? What do we do for lyrics and stuff for this?
there's also like no examples probably. I don't know if it's for better or worse, but there's no examples of anything I myself have brought or that Joel have brought that I am just ready to go with first time. This song is an exception, and I was having writer's block with the lyrics, and I was just like, as a very loose rule, generally the first verse of a song is my lyrics, the second verse is Joel's lyrics, but I was just not getting there on this one. And I was like, Joel, can you try writing the first verse this time? And then maybe I'll add later. And can I share anything with game here? Okay. Joel was there's a room above his garage where we practice, and he was up in there, And as I understand it, he brought himself to tears writing about his mother, who at the time was alive. And he bore his soul in the lyrics. And he didn't tell me any of this. He just gave me the lyrics. And it's maybe the one example when I said, good to go. I added, you're giving me too much credit to say I helped at all. There was 2 spaces that I put a few words. That's it. The lyrics are Joel's lyrics. And it's the one example where he gave me his idea and I was just like, no edits, good to go. And then he told me what led to it. And I like to think the reason there was no edits is because he gave literally 200% of himself to it.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of both did. Like that, the guitar part is so crazy. Like I feel like you put 200% of yourself into that. So I feel like I also had to. This is like why the creative partnership rules. Because like when we both are trying to impress each other, like all boats rise or whatever.
You have a lot of respect for each other. That's clear to see. As artists, as people, yeah, that's such a cool partnership. That's really special. You guys can cry.
Thanks,
Like
man.
I fucking love what y'all do. It's
Thanks.
like you were talking earlier about you don't know why people should listen to the album. I can tell you why. If you've ever experienced pain or loss or like if you're a human being, you should listen to Idolize because it's a human experience, a human product that's made by fucking people. And that's so cool. That's so cool. Yeah.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys as artists and just as human beings. And it's so cool that you spent the time and the energy and the pain to make this. You know. When was the last time you cried?
Brother Bear last week
Aww.
because it has
Yeah.
Phil Collins music in it. So I was like, gotta experience this Phil soundtrack. And yeah, there's some mom stuff in there that hit me real hard. Yeah, specifically there's a part at the very end where so the twist in that movie, spoilers for Brother Bear, is that this First Nations kid gets turned into a bear after he kills this other bear, and that bear is like this little bear cub's mom, and he like realizes it and it like destroys their relationship with the main cub. But at the very end of it, little cub gets to see his mom, like their spirit.
Usually for me, it's with like a movie or like a piece of art, and it may not be like what you're describing. It may not be about that thing, but it's like that's when it happens, right? Yeah, that's for me too.
I like the good cry.
It's good for you. It's like yeah, it's good for you. It's a release.
I've been like,
Probably not as fun of a story.
Yeah.
For you.
You can just say Tuesday. You don't have to get into it.
yeah, I've been busted open. Like I don't mean I'm getting.
I'm gonna bust you open.
Yeah, please. Tears of joy.
Bustin' makes me feel bad.
Yeah. There was like,
The food poisoning gonna make you cry. I hope.
dude.
Oh, yeah, you got sick of spot.
That does sound like the dark night of the soul.
Yeah. There was a time earlier, like I'm early in my 30s now, but like there was like year-long periods in my 20s where I couldn't have remembered when I cried. And I think like this is my year of that like repression finally coming to pass. I'm a fucking teary bitch. Like Today is my answer. Yeah.
Good answer.
Thanks. But
Not that there's bad answers.
yeah.
No, yeah, I feel you, man. Yeah. Shit. How long have we been going?
Half minute.
So I'm sure I asked you guys this last time you were on. So since you've been on last time, do you have any ghost stories or UFO stories? And that's like such a I hesitate to say it that way because what I really mean is like paranormal experiences or even just something that you can't rationalize away.
I'm gonna give an annoying answer. So sorry.
Life, bro.
I was somewhere separate from someone else, and I had an overwhelming sense that something was going wrong. And I went to investigate, and something was going wrong. And I don't know, like, what's going on there. Like, what form of communication is that?
We've always like talked about you being an intense empath, but that seems like next level.
I have a lot to say about that. If that's the end of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you heard of telepathy tapes?
No.
So well, it was either earlier this year or late last year. This podcast called Telepathy Tapes overtook Rogan as the most popular podcast in the world for a little while. And it is about this woman doing studies with nonverbal autistic kids. And she's done repeated experiments now where, and you know, like how scientific method works, you know, like repeatability. They have now proven that nonverbal autistic kids are telepathic. And you know, don't take my word for it. It's so interesting. If this is something that's interesting to you, check it out. But highly recommend.
What's the format of the podcast?
It's her talking about it, her talking about the studies, and then just goes through details about each study. I think it's just her. She might have guests on there, but I haven't seen a ton of it. But it is now fact that people are telepathic, and it's not just nonverbal kids. The thing is, if that's your only way of communicating, it's you can think of it like a muscle. So it's like you're using that more if you're not using other things. Kind of like how if you're blind, you have a greater sense of sound, but that doesn't. You don't actually have a better sense of sound. You're just more attuned to it, right?
Your attention to it.
Yeah, attention. That's what I'm trying to say. So this is something we all possess, but it seems like it's strongest with people that have trouble communicating. And
Remind me the difference between telepathy and like telekinesis.
yeah, so telekinesis is
That's
moving
moving
physical
stuff,
objects.
yeah.
Telepathy is mind reading. Also, that's a two-way thing. So it's projection of thought. It's projecting your thoughts, but also receiving thoughts. So I mean, this is like, and you know, this is they've done studies now, so it's proven. But the government has known about this forever. Like the government's been doing remote viewing. That's the other thing is not just reading people's minds, but awareness of things outside of your senses. It is a sense. It's a thing that people have. I have a bit of it. My mom has a lot of it. You have it too, and we all have it. It's just like, but this is a thing. Like this is well documented at this point. It's not like a conspiracy theory to say this anymore. And the government's known this for a while, and like, without going on a rant about that, it's like they've known this and kept it from people because there's ways you can easily see how you can weaponize that, right?
when like the CIA was doing
Yeah,
like experiments on that in the
yeah,
80s.
dude. Yes, yes. The CIA was doing experiments. They were able to pinpoint where enemy submarines were on a map, and like that's a whole fucking thing. But this is pretty well documented at this point that people are telepathic, and that I guess that's all I had to say about that. But yeah, that's I have no trouble believing that because I do it all the time. It's like I'm
I would say,
thinking about,
how does your telepathy manifest, and your mom's too? I'm curious.
yeah. Well, my mom's just deeply empathetic. Um, Calls me at like weirdly specific times. That's I think that's what it is. When you're thinking about someone, they call you. That's like an example a lot of people can think of. Um, it's really hard to be in a relationship with someone that can read your mind, right? It's like I would say like on average, not to be like sexist, but I think women are more in tune to this than men. On let's just say on average, right? Is like it's not what you said, it's how you say it, it's vibes, it's like I can tell something, it's observation, it's paying attention. So this is like a way to talk about it without being woo-woo. Is like if you're paying attention, you'll notice changes in people's behavior, right?
Mhm.
And it's like you extend that beyond really the only like woo-woo part is when you extend that beyond when they're right in front of you, right? So you just it's I think it's also something you form with people. So it's like you can do this, like people who are really good at it can do it anywhere at any time. But it's like you start to like imprint on other people. So it's like you're in tune with their emotions even across the distance.
Like your wavelengths like line up or something.
Yeah. Um, yeah, for me, it's usually like I can also tell when like something wrong has happened in the world. I'm like, what the fuck is going on where I feel so heavy? And it's like, yeah, a bunch of people just died in the Middle East or something. And it's like, yeah, this is like this. People have this ability. This is a thing we can do. That's also like not always a good thing, right? Like it can. Do you want to empathize all the time with people? It's like that. That's a lot. That's a lot to carry. Um, yeah, that's the end of that.
Have you felt telepathic before? No, I just I know your empathy is super strong. Like I know that you've like I've like thought that I've been like holding myself together before, and you can immediately know that something is wrong or something's bothering me or whatever.
Um, Even after that, I don't entirely understand the definition of telepathic, but I think it's all like observational, and I don't even necessarily mean a way where like I will think something much like the songwriting stuff. It's like a feeling. I don't know. I think there is no such thing as a lie. There's no such thing as like covering up something because I think it's to omit the truth is to surround it with other things that just point to the truth. And I think
You can't effectively tell a lie. Is what I think you mean. Yeah.
well no, I literally mean like if you lie, that if to the person tuned in enough, I think that's the same as telling them the truth.
You can't effectively keep things from people.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Just because like we are emotional beings and people might be really good actors and people might slip by, but like somewhere out there is someone with a keen enough eye to like pick up. Something I say to Joel a lot is like I don't often know what is up. I just know something's up. So I don't think there's any magic going on here or woo-woo stuff. I literally just think it's like dogs know this.
Yeah, dogs have what's called EQ. Yeah, that too. It's like but dogs are emotionally intelligent. They have what's called EQ.
Yeah,
I mean, everything does, but
I wonder if that. Sorry, Alex. You're good. I wonder if that is also like your muscle is strong in that from being the youngest in your family, where it's like you're having to gauge, what the vibe was between all of your siblings.
yeah, and I would also agree. I think women tend to be better at reading between the lines, but I think it's a case of nurture over nature. Like, I think because of the way society has, how women get treated in society, like, they've had to develop that form of communicating a lot more than men who have had sort of like access to, I don't even know if it's access. Like, I think it's like for all of history, men have in a lot of cases stolen like the steering wheel. So we think, but people around that didn't just sit idle. Like, they figured out how to move the world and shape the world too. And I think
They could get away with not having to build that muscle.
yeah, I definitely don't think you're wrong in saying that the reason women are more emotionally intelligent is in part to like nurture and like society. It's I guess like I guess you could say the same like men are more logic based. I don't that's I haven't done studies on this and I'm not making like hard statements about this, but like if you're gonna say, which I did, that women are more emotionally in tune, I think it's also fair to say men are more typically on average logic based, like engineering, right? Like things work a certain way, deliberate speech, like that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna get canceled for that. I'm not
No,
taking any hard stances right now.
I think it would be, again, that's nurture, and I don't think you're arguing that.
Yeah,
think,
I mean, sure, but like
Yeah.
society puts people in these boxes, right? It's like you have to navigate the world in
Yeah.
a certain way. I'm not saying that's like innately like a biological thing,
Mhm.
but like society puts us in these kind of, we develop different tools, I guess.
Also, like, think about like in the cracks is sometimes where the most interesting things are happening. Like,
When your cracks are the most interesting.
thank you. I'm saying,
Got it.
In the last week.
like, house music is, boy, I hope I have this right, but I believe that's like came at large from homosexual people. Like, it was a scene that
The gays do love their house. True.
the people got ousted, and it's not like they just stayed ousted. They figured out how to bloom in the cracks, like, like a flower on a sidewalk still grows, even though it's not allowed to grow in the garden. But uh,
I'm gonna bloom in your crack.
I don't know why I just wrote a saying there.
Write this down, bro.
I don't know why I just wrote a fucking dumbass saying there.
Hallmark
Bars.
man.
Fucking
But-
spin.
Bars.
Yeah. I'll just end by saying,
The Morbid Orchid grows in the cracks, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's funny. Even when I'm promoting an album on here, like rarely do we go this deep on like the album, and this is a really cool thing to have had the opportunity to do. I'm really proud of what we've done tonight, and thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah.
We appreciate you too, dog.
Absolutely, and literally anytime. Check out Idolize. It's a really special thing, and I hope you do. And anything else before we go?
No, we're playing the Cobra the 20th, and this will come out. before then, but
Yes.
we've kind of
Yeah.
scaled down
This will be out
our,
before then. Sorry.
our live schedule a bit. Trying to play like one show a month. It's fitting a little bit better into my life and Lori's life with Quentin. So I think it's been good.
Where are you playing at?
Cobra.
Cobra. November 20th. It's a Thursday.
It's really bad, really awesome, like heavier shoe grunge band, vocal and
Black Moon Mother. Black Moon.
I think that's right.
Black Moon Mother.
Back to you,
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thanks, gentlemen. We'll see you next week, Alex. Bye.